Good morning and welcome to episode number 708 of Hard Factor. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, and Wes. It is Thursday, June 10th, 2021. And you fellas ready for this Thursday? I mean, it's been
check out my shirt.
Week.
Check out my shirt.
Sasquatch
metal detecting.
With a metal he's metal detecting. Yeah. It's the shirt that I was supposed to wear for the show, but it didn't come in on time.
Oh, that's like
got
a shirt.
it now.
Well, it looks good. It's like a shirt where your head, you are Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sasquatch's body holding
sort
a metal.
Sort of. Might just be my fat neck and beard in the way.
I can't see his head. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, he's looking the other way. Yeah.
He's walking sideways with the metal detector.
Right. Yeah.
I thought it's supposed to make you look like Sasquatch.
I thought the same thing, Will, but then yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just my neck getting in the way.
Okay. Well, reminds me of how I need to buy those Taz tanks. They're still sitting in my
Oh yeah, Wes.
Tiz.
I know you've been busy. Any luck with Tiz?
No, I haven't had a chance. I will get on it though.
You know,
Tis the mentally disabled devil.
How much you trying to pay someone to draw a mentally disabled Tasmanian devil?
I say up to $500 is what I'm saying.
Yeah, a couple hundred. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it could definitely be worth
it. Could be like a tornado of like spit, right? Like his tongue's out and then like
kisses.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Tiz, the intellectually disabled Taz, is not going to win. It's going to win. I would rock a tank top with Tiz on it.
It'll sell its money. It'll get you the graphic design money back in the first 3 days.
I mean, that's a lovable character.
Yeah.
I wish we had a Tiz right now.
Yeah.
Pat, how you doing, man? You were off yesterday. Just checking in. How you doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. Had a weird experience this morning. Went to a pancake house in the town I live in.
Sounds good.
It was all right. Went with the baby, Kate, hanging out.
Yeah, great.
Babe was well behaved, which was good. 2 gentlemen sitting next to us. Thought nothing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an hour ago, Kate got a tweet. Hey, Kate, what'd you think of the pancake house? And it was like, oh man, it
that's weird. That's weird.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's weird.
I just sitting there listening to us talk.
Yeah, you got to watch it now. You're a big celebrity.
That's weird.
Not me.
Yeah, I know, not you.
But I put a baby in an e-lister.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. So they were just eavesdropping on the convo. Did you guys say anything weird?
I don't remember.
It's patent. So probably.
Well, I mean, fuck that.
I guess that's fine. My thing is like, just say hi then if you want to say hi.
That's less awkward. Right?
Don't wait like 12 hours and then tweet at
Kate. And then online creep. Yeah, that's
probably weird. The liquid courage came in later.
Right.
The beers. Yeah.
Yeah. The beers.
Because brunch was after breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's weird news. In good news, we passed 5,000 followers on TikTok. So thank you to everybody out there who's following us on TikTok. Everybody keep it going. 5K. That's just the first stop. We're going to keep it going from there. Nearly 45,000 on Instagram as well. So let's keep that going as well.
44.5 right now. Yeah.
So close. We can taste it. So close. Also, baby's going to daycare next week. I'm going to bring back either the weather report and the weed workouts, I think. I'm going to try to get some videos.
Nice. Getting high right before you pick up the girl from daycare.
No, right after dropping her off.
Okay. I'm joking.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Plenty of time. Yeah.
Something you don't get about fatherhood, Mark, is you get really specific about when you do what drug and how long that's going to last for so you don't drop a baby.
Yeah, the baby cramps your drug style for sure.
Puts you on a schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got to measure it out. Yeah.
It lightens your load. It lightens your load for sure.
What the fuck? This was 100 milligrams. No.
Mom, can you fly in?
Yeah.
It's bad news is you got to take a cab to the emergency room,
Oof. Yeah. Imagine it. Yeah.
No. but I would have had to.
No, but there's somebody out there who's been like so high, so accidentally high, and dealing with that situation.
100%.
Oh no, terrible.
It's happening to someone right now.
Don't even think about it. Let's move on. Today's observances. It's June 10th. And that means it is Alcoholics Anonymous Day or Founders Day. I don't know why it's got two names. Ballpoint Pen Day, Herbs and Spices Day, National Black Cow Day, and National Iced Tea Day. So I don't know. Iced tea.
Throw those back up there for a second. Throw those back up.
Yeah. Iced Tea Day and AA go together. Well.
Right. That's what I was thinking, Wes. Good combo there.
Yeah.
Herbs and spices too, because you're going to want to eat something tasty when you're not drinking alcohol. I mean, if you're drunk, it doesn't matter what you eat.
Right.
Ballpoint Pen Day, not kind of an outlier there.
Right.
I love
what's
a good
national
pen.
But is a gel is better. What's your guys' favorite kind?
I like ballpoint pens.
Thick gel, I think probably.
I won't ever try to give you like an ink pen.
Yeah, they're terrible. They last like a day.
Does anyone else have like an oral fixation problem like me, where you chew on everything like straws and stuff, and then you just have ink all over you?
Yeah, my pen caps they look like a monkey was chewing on them all day.
Yeah, me too.
I do less chewing and more breaking. Like all my pen caps, I just break the pocket holder thing. I'll just fuck with it till I break it off. Every single one.
I've had a mouthful of ink more than I'd like to mention.
Yeah. I mean, everybody treats their pens a little bit differently. So, what's Black Cow Day? National Black Cow Day.
I guess they don't have spots. There's all black, right?
Well, you ever had a black Angus cow? You ever heard that term? So, what kind of steak is it? It's black Angus.
Okay, so
that's
what it is.
No, I haven't been shopping at those nice restaurants.
Do the colors taste different on cows?
I wish they didn't, but they do.
Interesting.
Adam, dairy farmer Adam.
I don't think
what is a black cow? It's a carbonated drink such as root beer with cream in it. So it's maybe a drink.
What?
Ooh.
What? It's a root beer
There's
float.
A drink called the Black Cow.
A black cow's like a root beer float. It looks like.
Yeah, it's like one of those like funny ways to say like shit on a shingle is cream chip beef in some places.
Why wouldn't you just say National Root Beer Float Day?
Exactly. I don't know. There's northerners
so you can
are weird.
Get it twice because you can get it twice this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, we're learning so much today already, and the show's just begun. Also, there's a solar eclipse today, early today.
Yeah, but we can't see it.
Yeah, like you can only see it. Well, maybe the listeners in northern Canada can see it really well.
Northern Canada and East Coasters can see it.
Pretty sure Dooley can see it.
Yeah, Dooley can see it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else, fellas? Before we hop into the real headlines.
Take a video of that, Dooley, next time. No, I think we're good.
A lot of people lose their sight every year during solar eclipse.
Yeah, I should have had a picture of Trump with his eyes staring straight at the eclipse.
Yeah, I know that would have been clutch. You know what? Blindness also, we haven't covered it, but I've almost done it twice this week. Is caffeine is linked to glaucoma and blindness. High levels of caffeine is 3 to 5 times more likely to make you blind later in life. Yeah. So, whoops, that's not good. My teeth are gonna fall out. I'm gonna be blind as a fucking bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I just bought a 35 pack of Coke Zeros from Costco. So
hell yeah.
All right. Well, kind of keeping it with going back to the bad news there, and let's do the news. The buzz is up first. Honorable mentions. We're going to keep it in a bit of bad news to start. Unfortunately, the Delta variant of COVID. You know, the one that's like wrecking shop in India. It's on the rise in the U.S. as well, making up 6% of all new cases right now. So you don't want to get that. It's much worse than the original COVID. But the good news on this is that 2 doses of the Pfizer and Moderna is still 88% effective against it, only slightly below the original COVID effectiveness rates. So if you're vaccinated, you should be good against the Delta variant, but it's like makes people much more sick than the original.
88's pretty good. It's getting a little low. Like if you get an 88 on a test, you're like, that's pretty good. If it starts getting down to the 80 and the high 70s range, not great.
Well, and this is the first variant. Imagine the next one.
Yeah.
Are the numbers just going to get dumbed down each time? Like every time?
If you wouldn't want to tell your parents what you got on the test, then it's a problem. It's a 70. I got a 73. You're an idiot.
I mean, depends on what house. Depends on what house you're in, Mark.
Well,
Big time.
Some of us.
oh, you guys were in a 73 house. Was it acceptable?
I mean, some of us weren't so embarrassed.
Which
by
parent you were talking to?
Right. 80 was amazing in my house.
You talked to Noreen. She's happy with a C, any kind.
You tried.
Big Mike, not so much.
Yeah.
It's not a D. That's the important part. It's a pass. In tennis news, Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal are gonna play in the French Open semifinal on Friday, and that's a rematch of last year's final. So that's just tennis world is excited.
Hell yeah,
because Nadal French Open's his thing. Army Hammer has checked into rehab outside of Orlando, surely at a lawyer's suggestion after all of these sexual assault allegations. So good luck to Army getting sober.
What is the rehab for? Is it for like cannibalism?
Yeah, exactly.
Like how many people check in for like that's a pretty niche. Like do they have a guy that can help you out of that problem?
I don't know. I didn't see the exact reasons, and I don't think he made it like a direct statement. Just said he's going to focus on himself.
There's one expert rehabilitator of cannibals in the world. He's like, I got this.
That habit.
Yeah.
You never rehabilitate a cannibal.
No.
Yeah, once you've tasted human flesh.
Right. It's like Jaws.
It would have to be something even better than humans. It would have to be like alien or like whale, some exotic whale or something.
It's like that movie where Anthony Hopkins is like trying to outrun the bear, but it's a man eater.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's Army Hammer. Maybe they can get the bear
with Alec Baldwin.
What's that movie called?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
The Animal Lecter series?
No, it's Alec Baldwin's fucking. Alex Baldwin's a photographer, and he's fucking his wife, who's more his age, and then they both like try to kill each other, and the bear's involved. Yeah,
great movie. Yeah, forget the name. Yeah, it'll come to somebody.
It's called the Bear. It's not called the Bear.
It's called Armand Hammer and Company. All right. Last mention in the buzz. Yashar Ali of Twitter fame trended because the Daily Beast wrote an article about him, and I assume his toxic business partners. I did not read the article, but then I did see this tweet because he was trending. So needed to welcome Yashar to #FatBoySummer because I don't know.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The one on the right is him now, and the one on the left is the one that's his avatar, right?
Correct. So the picture of him on the right is him just like I guess on a news set. And then on the left is his avatar, his Twitter avatar. Yeah,
he's catfishing people with his avatar. He's definitely FatBoySummer.
Who has Thanksgiving dinner on a news set? Because that's a post-Thanksgiving dinner look if I've ever seen one.
He's stuffed. He's stuffed for sure. I mean, we can't say much. He looks like he'd fit in well on the set of Hard Factor.
Yeah, he seems. I don't know. I like some of his tweets. He seems pretty.
I read the article, or at least one of them. I guess essentially people are saying that he's a grifter. Like I guess after Kathy Griffin got in trouble for the Trump head tweet thing, he wrote an article about her, a favorable one, and then she was like, "Oh, come live with me in my house." And then like 2 years later, she had to get people to like forcibly remove him from the house.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn!
Really?
Taking advantage.
That's hilarious.
Oh, well, then I take it back. I don't like his tweets and don't want to meet him.
I mean,
stay away.
Griffin. I mean, you know,
why would she? Why did she?
Mess, right? That's a mess. That's a mess of the house right there.
Why did she take
catfishers?
Yeah. Why did she take him up on that? Why did that happen?
Why he took her up on? Because
but she could have she had to take him up again on him taking her up on it.
They're both like very
open the door.
But they're both like very politically charged tweeters. I think it has to do with like in general.
Essentially, she had a bad right. So she's a comedian who fucked up. So she was like, "I'm old. I'm a comedian who fucked up. What do I need help?" She went to this guy who knows the internet.
He's in touch with the political world and stuff.
He wrote an article
Twitter account
for New York Magazine, and then she was like, "Oh my god, it's so awesome to know someone young who understands how to like rehab my image as a writer. You're a writer rehabbing my image.
Okay,
come live with me." And then she's like, "Get out of my house." Apparently,
interesting. Okay,
he's got to be able to make money with that massive account. Oh well. Anyways, Yashar, welcome to #FatBoySummer. Officially, you're in it. You don't even have to be invited. You're in it. You're in it for sure. Number 5, one of my favorite congressional idiots, Louie Gohmert from Texas, is trending for asking this question about climate change.
To the Forest Service and the BLM, you want very much to work on the issue of climate change. I was informed by the immediate past director of NASA that they have found that the moon's orbit is changing slightly, and so is the Earth's orbit around the sun. We know there's been significant solar flare activity. And so is there anything that the National Forest Service or BLM can do to change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun? Obviously, that would have profound effects on our climate.
Is he talking about Black Lives Matter? Is he asking Black Lives Matter to change the direction of the moon?
Bureau of Land Management.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just as stupid to ask Black Lives Matter as the Bureau of Land Management.
Is he just being an asshole?
No.
No, I think he's like flippantly blaming climate change on solar flares. I don't know
what
he
he's
was
sitting there saying. What he's saying is, I can't admit that fossil fuels contribute to climate change in any way, shape, or form because I'm a representative from Texas. However, I know we have a problem. So
solar flares.
Is there anything we can do with the solar flares to fix this situation?
We got to change Earth's axis. We got to change our track around, son.
Swing around the back end.
Amazing clip. Yeah. But I've got another suggestion for Louie that he might like about climate change. I don't think that this one's going to get any legs, what he's suggesting here, but I've got one for him later that he might like, and the activists might like.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. Number 4 in the buzz, private equity firms like BlackRock. You guys have heard of them, right?
Of course.
You know,
It's
lots of money.
Betsy DeVos's brothers thing, or no, different thing. That's different.
No idea. Just a giant private equity firm. I think, hedge fund, whatever, investment firm. BlackRock trended and all the equity firms trended because of a recent report or article from the Wall Street Journal about the boom in purchasing single-family homes by investment firms, which is then driving the price of homes up and then creating more rental homes at the same time. Recently, what happened, there was an entire new subdivision right outside of Houston that was bought by an investment firm. It's just really tough news if you're looking to buy a home right now. Here's a chart that shows how much in the last few years the value, the number of rental homes in America have gone up. And it's just like a boom. It's an exponential growth.
All I can think of is that song from the Wedding Singer when Adam Sandler's like, just somebody kill me now.
Yeah. You've been wanting to get into real estate, right, for quite a while. And when you see this boom like this, it makes it much more competitive, much harder for regular people to get in on the ground floor.
That's fucked up. That should be I mean, I know
it's going to buy a tent.
Capitalism, but there should be some kind of restriction from big.
Well, this is what they try to do, though.
No, guys, this is free market.
This
is I get it. I get it.
This is why if everyone withdrew from the banks at the same time, they wouldn't be able to, because all of our money is out and the banks buying up houses.
Right. So
that
they hold your mortgage.
And then they give you a loan and they sell it to you at a higher rate because they own the houses. And
you don't want to be so poor. Maybe work a little harder.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Right.
Free market works because it's totally not tilted in one.
Certainly not perfect. Certainly not perfect, Pat.
Nope.
It's definitely not perfect.
Nope.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a builder, you fucking love this because, like, not only are regular people buying your houses, but also the banks are too. But, if you're a regular Joe, not so much.
No, it's the worst. Regular Joes have had a tough week on this show with news stories.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like as older millennials, like we just kind of keep seeing like any potential opportunity that we may have pursued to be financially stable later in life just poofing in front of our face every 6 months?
Of course.
Yes.
I feel like it happens every 6 months. I guess
that's all Wes and I think about, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Wait till you get to be almost 40.
That's what we call Lambo loss in the Eat and Dip show. It's like just Lambo loss after Lambo loss. Like, had I done this, had I done that, I would be sitting pretty.
I try to convince myself that I'll be much happier if I work into my 80s.
There you go.
Yeah,
I don't even mean that. I just mean like you'll probably never be okay. One way people make a lot of money is like owning a number of homes and renting them out, right?
Right.
Like some people on this show's parents did that. It was a normal thing with the boomer generation. you just saw. To me, it's like I'm not going to get to do that now. Not after.
Well, no, it's like the bank swooped in and kind of fucked regular people out of kind of doing that.
I'm just hoping for a traumatic brain injury that makes me like blissfully like Tiz. I want to become Tiz style.
I want to be on a
Just
tank
really
top.
dumb and happy and yeah.
And I don't know if it's banks or whatever.
Someone take care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
investment firm. Yeah.
Same thing. The banks are doing it too.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Like reverse mortgages. It's all the same
Right.
principle.
Right. So now they got caught with reverse mortgages 10 years ago. So now they're just like, doing this or
They
whatever.
just want to own all the property.
Correct.
Like McDonald's. It all started with Ray Kroc. McDonald's.
Greed, man. Greed is
Great.
good, according to Gordon Gekko.
That's true. The Founder. Great movie as well. Number 3 in the buzz. Fresh off of joining FatBoySummer. So I'd call this the FatBoySummer bump. The shirt in the ocean move, Kanye yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He was trending yesterday. He's trending again for potentially, was pretty much confirmed, dating supermodel Irina Shayk. Is that how you say it?
Oh, yeah, from Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, she's been with Cristiano Ronaldo and Bradley Cooper in the past. And there is her picture on the runway. She's Kanye.
Yeah.
Got any other pictures of her?
Kanye doing good. No, I did not find as many good beach pictures today.
I had to remove the image of the girl's butt, the sexiest Maxim chick or whatever, today.
It was too hot.
Well, no, just
Remove it from where?
From the StreamYard. You know how we like it was just like an image from yesterday, and I hovered on it for a few seconds before removing it.
Yeah, you should
From his bathroom wall.
Right. It got jammed in my belly button somehow. I don't know.
Hey,
yeah. But I like to see that, like Kanye, a FatBoySummer member, just picking up one of the hottest supermodels in the world.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good for him.
Number 2 in the buzz today, the Keystone XL gas pipeline has been abandoned by the TC Energy Corporation and the government of Alberta, Canada, ending a project that climate change activists have been protesting since Obama was in office. The pipeline was supposed to take crude oil from Canada all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So it's great news for climate activists. It's also horrible news for oil and gas workers. But this is what I was talking about earlier for Louie. I think here's a solution. You got all these out-of-work pipeline workers. They should just go build a water pipeline like that then waters the rainforest of California against wildfires. And then I know that doesn't make money, so it doesn't please the market, but you do the pipeline of water, creates the forest fire prevention, and then also you make lazy rivers, and then you charge people to go to lazy rivers. Then it makes money too.
Okay.
Where's water coming from?
I mean, it's California, so maybe the ocean. I don't know. You'd have to figure that out.
No,
Lake
it can't come
Tahoe?
from the ocean, unfortunately.
Lake Tahoe, Lake Mead. I mean, there's like lots of lakes. Why can't it
no?
Can't be
Tahoe's
saltwater?
not saltwater, but why can't it be
Tahoe's-
saltwater?
Tahoe's
Can't you
not
remove?
saltwater.
Can't you remove the salt from saltwater?
Yeah,
desalination very expensive.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, look,
I mean,
these pipeline guys have got a lot
Trying
of
to cut
skills.
corners? Or you trying to save?
I mean, if you want to ruin
Lives.
the land, you have to pump a bunch of ocean water all over it.
Pat, that was a big gas pipeline. They're going to need a big water pipeline to fill the gap here to get these guys back to work. So,
I mean, the lazy river aspect of it is genius.
Yeah, you lost me at Lazy River. That's all I can think about. Or just like big water slides, 2 huge FatBoySummer moves.
imagine just like
Your big guys on them all the time.
big slides, big tubes.
yeah, you have to have fat guys there and handing out the fat guy tubes.
2 motorcycle twins from the Guinness Book of World Records. If they're still alive, let's get them out there.
There's no way they're alive, but you could have a cutout of them.
Imagine though, you just
homage.
be like you're in the forests of California, just floating around lazy rivers all the time, knowing that you're totally safe from forest fires 100% of the time.
It would be great if
I mean, that's
just $10 trillion and thousands and thousands of man hours in. You'd
that's
be
the
set.
moneymaker though. In
Yeah.
the end, it'll pay off. I'm
The
telling you.
hippies would ruin it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. Number 1 trend in the buzz today: Loki, the new show on Disney Plus.
Is it out?
It's out. It's out. I watched it while I was writing. It's pretty good. I'd suggest to watch. People besides me are also liking it as well. There's the Rotten Tomatoes, very high. Metacritic is also like 70s, which is all,
Yeah, Metacritic's tough.
Harder to please, but still 70s is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got Owen Wilson co-starring along with Tom Hiddleston, who of course plays Loki. And it's pretty good.
Owen Wilson's back. I love that. I was just watching Wedding Crashers and I was like, where has he been? Depressed, obviously, but he's back. Yeah.
Less depressed now that he's in a giant film. It comes out like every Wednesday or series. Comes out, it's like, I guess, like Mandalorian style. So Disney Plus, it's like, once a week.
I might give it a few weeks so I can watch him back.
Yeah, build up the reserve.
Yeah.
Good call. But Loki's out. And Loki, the god of mischief, he seems like a guy who could use a little bit more calm in his life. And I know what I do when I need a little more calm and chill in my life. I just reach for the Caliper CBD and pop it on the old tongue, just straight on the tongue with the Swift sticks, or you can just put it into water, any drink you want with the flavorless powder. Very simple. Just do it like that. I'm going to do one right now.
It's a mischievous way to ingest it right here. This is the Loki way of taking Caliper, just straight on the tongue.
So good. But maybe Loki tries that. He's not so mischievous anymore. He's got a little bit more calm. Worth a shot. Anyways, Caliper delivers 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes versus CBD oil. Get all the benefits of CBD in just 10 minutes, precisely 20 milligrams of CBD in each packet. Always THC free. Feel better without the high. It's all natural, vegan, non-GMO, free of fillers, added chemicals, and artificial flavors, but still delicious always. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's trycaliper, CALIPER.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Hey, I have a new trick to show you guys. I learned from an Instagram model. Just hang on. What you are about to witness and hear is me bringing myself to orgasm simply by thinking about it. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, here goes. Here goes. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh, what a treat! Oh, okay.
You really came right there?
You just jizzed your pants?
Got it. Yeah.
Do you always say what a treat?
Yeah. Every time I say what a treat. What a treat.
It's a little reward for yourself.
Biscuits.
Yeah. It's like Tourette's. You guys don't have you guys don't have a word you say every time?
Not a phrase.
Oh. It's caused some relationship issues in the past.
What a treat.
What a treat.
You said for me after it would make things worse, probably.
Yeah.
The pleasure was mine.
Anyway, this is a new thing, and the woman who I learned it from.
What is a new thing? What is a new thing?
You can think yourself to orgasm.
Think yourself to an orgasm, just like I just
do what
did.
Wes just did.
Yeah.
You can have yourself,
give yourself a treat. Yeah.
You can give yourself a treat. Anyway, this is the new thing. The woman who I learned it from, she's an Instagram model, Marcela Iglesias. Here she is. She's also into Bitcoin, as you can see.
She looks like a doll.
She does look like a doll, but she's not. She's a real woman at this time, I promise. Look at her. She's pretty sexy. Anyway, she's got like over 380,000 followers. And like me, she's able to achieve an orgasm with willpower. And she says it's even better than having an actual real sex orgasm. She claims yeah, it's a big claim. She's been perfecting the craft for over 20 years and is now ready to share her craft with the world. She says the key is to stimulate the pineal gland, which produces melatonin. It regulates your sleep patterns, your mood, metabolism, and more. And she claims that she does this by detoxing it and abstaining from alcohol and meat. She swaps butter for ghee, and she gives up toothpaste that contains fluoride. So she gets her pineal gland working.
Okay.
So if you're a vegan, you can think yourself to orgasm.
How many times? How hard is it for her to do? Like how many times can she?
She's cranking them out these days. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So she says, "quote I want to be as clean as possible so I can elevate my state of mind in different situations, like when she wants to come on cue, I guess." She also claims ambiance is very important, like ocean sounds. Quote, I imagine being
sitting on a washing machine,
right, like a giant dildo in her twat.
Yeah,
I imagine.
I rated myself.
Yeah,
too.
sitting on the Sibian.
Yeah. She's a liar. I imagine being on a deserted island where the weather is very hot and the ocean is warm and nobody is around. Then this amazing being comes from nowhere and he feels very hot, but he doesn't necessarily have to look human. It's more of an energy thing that I feel.
Fucking aliens are mine, and that's
Bigfoot.
how she's getting orgasms.
She then lies to the person who's writing the article. She says, "I don't need to touch myself or have sex to climax. I'm completely independent." And of course, doctors and critics say there's no study that links the pineal gland to this.
So many guys are like, trust me, I've tried.
Right? Yeah. Got everyone in prison tried. Also, she does admit back in 2019, in order to enhance her sexual game, she got what's called an O shot, which is a drug-free, non-surgical solution that involves injecting a patient's own platelet-rich plasma near the clit, and apparently gives women incredible libido, greater clitoral arousal, and more powerful and frequent orgasms, and a bulging clit that is sure to be talked about around campfires after a few beers.
It must have been that. That was probably what did it, the O shot.
Yeah, she got the O shot, and then she had an orgasm, and then that was the one time.
How dare her try to say that you can the common person can just achieve this.
What kind of disposable income this lady got?
She's got a lot of money. I mean,
put this photo back up, Wes.
She's making money on that.
The beach one, the other one.
Let's not shame here.
I'm not shaming here,
nice.
But here's what I'm going to tell you. That's not a lady that's abstaining from alcohol and meat and living a 100% clean lifestyle. Just not.
She's just got large hips.
Hey, that might be a lot of greens, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
Come on,
it's okay. I'm just saying,
she's got a thyroid problem.
You think she's not full of shit?
She's thin there.
I think she's lying about the orgasm stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's
the orgasm stuff.
I think there's also a lot of rice and refried beans in that vegan diet, Pat. So
yeah.
Could be. I don't know.
And the O shot adds 30 pounds,
right.
That O shot will bloat you right up. It sounds like meditation for horn dogs.
It does, and meditation to climax has also been proven that it's just almost impossible. Right. So she's like a psychic. She's like a psychic claiming she can do this.
But people claim it because doesn't Sting claim he can have sex for 24 hours without?
That's tantric stuff. Yeah,
he's the opposite. Will he can't climax. He lasts.
I hate those guys. I one time went to a clothing store with my at the time girlfriend, and this guy just started talking about tantric sex the whole time. I was like, "What you motherfucker! He's trying to sell me a pair of $200 jeans and talking about tantric sex."
He slides your girlfriend his card.
I was like, "This motherfucker." Yeah, there's no way. So that's what's going on. She claims it's true. We'll check in and maybe we can get her on the show and see if she can perform it live.
Didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I was having sex for 12 hours straight. Tantric
you should try it, bud.
Yeah.
Here's your jeans.
She'll love it. Hey, come over here.
Hey, and if he can, I'm around the coach.
Yeah, I'm here Monday through Friday.
Yeah, and then when I get off work, I'm having tantric sex.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it's a bit of a workout. Don't know if you can take it. Slaps you on the belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you, 38?
Me, I'm a 29.
Yeah. So that's that one.
Right.
What a treat.
What a treat. Good for her. Okay, well, it's time for the TikTok international moment. Don't really have a new sound effect yet. Working on it. We're going a couple places here. First, let's go to Pakistan. An 80-year-old woman, Shamima Begum, died on Sunday, 2 weeks after receiving surgery in a Pakistan hospital. Sad, right? Even worse news is it turns out the doctor that performed the surgery wasn't a doctor at all. He was an ex-security guard posing as a doctor. Plot twist. Yeah, he just got in there and did the surgery. Wasn't a doctor at all. The hospital instead of
He stayed at the Holiday Inn.
Shut up. The hospital, the hospital, instead of apologizing, which would have made too much sense, said, we can't keep up with what every doctor and what everyone is doing at all times. It's a large hospital. That was a direct quote from a spokesperson at the hospital. Insane. There was a qualified technician that was participating the whole surgery with this fake doctor. So the security guard must have watched at least a few YouTube videos. It seemed like he was, pretty skillful, and she did live for 2 weeks afterwards. So not too shabby from the fake doc. And this might surprise you, but this wasn't the first time this guy pretended to be a surgeon at the hospital. I have a clip of one of his other surgeries if you guys want to see it.
Oh.
You want to play it? Let's see if this.
Yeah, dude.
How's everything look?
Looks good. It's real good.
What's his BP?
120/80.
Okay, folks. Close him up.
You're not Dr. Stewart.
No. But I did stay at Holiday Inn Express last night.
Got him.
Nice. He's a security guard. He's like, yeah, we're going to bounce this tumor right out of you. We're going to get this tumor and inject it right out your body.
Whoa, this tumor's acting up. Got to get it out of here.
Give me the clampy things.
Yeah, exactly.
So this guy's killed multiple people, is what you're saying. Basically.
Yeah, because that was a joke with the Holiday Inn Express, but it's not a joke that he's done it multiple times. So, he's
like basically a serial killer.
At the hospital. The hospital's too busy to keep tabs on everyone, so they don't care.
He opens the body up. He's like, oh, we've got a pretty good crowd going in there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
This might be the ballsiest move I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, well, what do you think he did with the technician? You think he was like, hey, you want to try this one? Like he made the technician do most of the work as a test. Yeah. I'll grade you. All right, next up.
I concur.
Right, I concur. That's a good call. Let's do that. Let's head over to France, where earlier this week, French President Emmanuel Macron was slapped in the face while shaking people's hands during a visit to a small southern French town. How humiliating. There it is. He gets slapped right in the fucking face. Yeah. The 28-year-old man was heard yelling, "Down with Macron," before slapping him in the face in what must have been a truly delightful experience for that guy. Slapping Macron has got to be as gratifying as getting a cheek kiss from the Pope. It's right up there.
He must have felt great, but Macron was lucky that guy was a pretty frail little man himself.
It was a weak slap.
Yeah.
Maybe not from Macron, but it was a weak slap. In total, 2 28-year-old men were arrested, both identified as members of the Yellow Vest, which is the protester group that has been owning Macron and getting every demand they ask for and then some. When asked about the incident, Macron said, "I only wish my bodyguards had not jumped in, so I personally could have told them, 'Thank you, sir, may I have another?'" Macron's a bitch. Yeah.
Well, but to Macron's credit, that's the only way to play that one, because the slap was also a little bitch slap as well. So you got to say that didn't faze me.
Yeah, he just wants to know what their demands are so he can exceed them.
What's going to happen to this guy? Do we know?
They go to jail for 3 years, I think, is what they say.
Really? The guy that threw the shoe at Bush did 9 months. Which
it was a max of 3 years. Yeah. Similar to the shoe. They'll probably serve a year. And lastly, it's 2021 everywhere in the world except for El Salvador, who is living in the distant future. On Tuesday, El Salvador made Bitcoin a legal tender for the entire country, as in they can use it at every bank, and every business now has to accept Bitcoin unless they don't have the technology yet. That's the law now. President Nayib Bukele, this guy, pretty young guy, he and El Salvador's legislative assembly quickly approved this on Tuesday after it was first brought up by Bukele on Saturday at a Bitcoin convention. He was like, what if we made it completely legal? Boom. 3 days later, it's done. Then one day after making Bitcoin a legal tender, Bukele announced that he has instructed state-owned geothermal electric firm LaGeo to develop a plan to offer Bitcoin mining facilities using renewable energy from the country's volcanoes. So they are literally mining Bitcoin in fucking volcanoes in El Salvador now. Truly incredible stuff from El Salvador, who is playing 5D chess. They are the first country to legalize a crypto coin as a tender, but not the first city, guys. That distinction goes to Acoin, rapper Akon's legal tender in his Senegalese city of Akon City. Akon and Young Jeezy, they're trying to take it easy, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Akon grinding a 15-year-old on stage at his concert. Whoops.
It's hard to check your ID before you grind.
Yeah, I know.
This is a great move by El Salvador. They're eating the dip bigger than anybody else with this crypto.
It might be great in the dip, bro. Did you?
You think so? Look at this. Look at this. That's a picture. That's a picture of the volcanic.
Very cool. It's so cool.
They're gonna power the fucking.
The president was like,
Bitcoin
"Look,
mining with
look."
volcanoes.
He's lying through his teeth, but he's like, "We're not doing this for profit for ourselves," which is a lie. But then he's like, "And I need everyone to know that it's very volatile. So one day you're going to be rich, and the next day you're going to be poor. But we're accepting it. So deal with it," which I love. All right, guys, that was this TikTok was. Oh, go ahead, Pat.
Pat, yeah.
No, I was just saying.
You think they're contributing to the dip?
Oh, I'm glad I'm holding Bitcoin right now. What is it?
I agree. It's the dominoes are going to fall. More countries coming. And that was brought to you by Lightstream. Are you tired of credit card bills with high interest rates? Ready to pay off your credit card balances and start saving money? You should be. No better time than now. And one easy way to do that is get a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. Rates start as low as just 5.95% APR with auto pay and excellent credit, lower than the average credit card interest rate of over 19% APR. The rate is fixed, so it will never go up over the life of the loan. You can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000 with no fees, no application fees, no origination fees, no transaction fees, no prepayment penalties, guys, no fees. Plus, you can even get your money in your bank account as soon as the day you apply. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. And just for our listeners, apply now to get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get that discount is to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's lightstream.com/factor. Quick disclaimer, it's subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.95% APR to 19.99% APR. It includes a 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information.
Hell yeah. Real quick, guys, why the hell are you going to the post office? Stop doing it. May I recommend a upgrade for your home office with stamps.com?
You may.
Pretty simple. Go to stamps.com, use our promo code. It's hard factor. One word, check it out. They'll send you a free digital scale. You get a discount. Stamps.com is my go-to for mailing stuff, and you mail stuff a lot more than you think you do. Maybe it's an Etsy side hustle. I don't know. Maybe you got an eBay store. Maybe you're just a guy who's going to take my advice, or a gal that's going to take my advice and start writing down people's birthdays and their interests, and then mailing them shit. Because when you mail someone a physical gift, they're a client or a friend for life. I promise you that.
Game changer.
I promise you that.
Pat, I'm just a guy staring at another guy asking him to stop going to the post office.
That's me, man. One time I wanted to get a band on the Forecastle Music Festival and was getting a no from the buyer. Talent buyer kept saying, no, not interested. You know what I did? Mailed the guy a Crosley record player. Cost me $100. Mailed it with stamps.com. And the band's new record. He called me. He goes, what did you do? And I said, oh, I didn't think you had a record player. And he's like, I didn't. And I was like, well, now you do. Why don't you listen to that album? Guess what? Got the offer the next day. Thanks, stamps.com. It brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. Must have for any business, small office, whatever you're doing. Get stamps.com. And you can get up to 40% off post office rates with 66% off UPS rates. So what are you doing? No brainer. Save you time and money. Stop wasting time. There's no risk with promo code Hard Factory. You get a special offer. It includes a 4-week trial plus free postage, digital scale, no long-term commitments. Digital scale, come on. So just go to stamps.com. There's a microphone deal in the top right-hand corner. You click that, type in Hard Factor, bam, never go to the post office again. Let's kick it over to the great state of Ohio, where yesterday at the Ohio State House, a third hearing on House Bill 248 took place. And some quick cliff notes on 248. Essentially, it prohibits mandatory vaccinations, also vaccination status disclosures, and certain other actions regarding vaccinations, including for a public official or employee. So essentially, it's saying you're a public official or employee, the government can't dictate, or that your business can't dictate that you have to get a vaccination. And it also preemptively bans vaccination passports and offers anyone who's been ostracized for not having gotten vaccinated relief under Ohio's anti-discrimination statutes.
So you can like file a report to say
what kind of relief?
You can essentially, I don't know, get protection under anti-discrimination law, which is kind of ironic. But yeah,
if that's a hotline, they're going to get inundated with pranks.
Big time. Well, keep in mind also, vaccine passports is not a thing. This is so like it's a preemptive bill.
It's going to be a bunch of guys faking orgasms through their minds, like Wes did earlier. What a treat!
Oh, what a treat!
What a treat!
You don't want to be on that line.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So this is definitely like a hot button issue. Some people don't want to get vaccinated, and that's their choice. And they definitely don't want vaccine passports mandated by the U.S. government, right, or the state government, which again aren't a thing. But that's okay too. So you might think that the best strategy here to win favor for the bill would be the most simple and succinct argument, which is identifying the right to vaccinate or not vaccinate as an individual freedom that is protected by the Constitution, and to not get into the weeds with absolutely batshit crazy theories and ideas related to one specific vaccine. You'd think that. You might think that, but then you don't know what happens when you get a bunch of freedom for the sake of freedom folks in the same room directly in the middle of America. I got news for you. Shit went off the rails. I want you guys to meet Sherry Tenpenny. She is a Cleveland physician.
What a name.
I know.
Tenpenny?
Tenpenny, baby. She's a Cleveland physician and author of 4 non-self-published books, I checked. And according to a recent study from the nonprofit Center for Countering Digital Hate, she's one of the 12 people spreading 65% of the misinformation around COVID-19 and pseudoscientific anti-vaccination misinformation on social media. So like there's 12 people total that are dominating the entire misinformation deal, 65% of it, and she's one of the 12.
I mean, she's a whale in that industry.
She's a fucking whale.
Yeah,
Tenpenny.
She can spread dumb ideas better than anyone.
Is Rick Wiles is on that list? I'm assuming.
I think he is. So okay, I'm gonna play you a clip of Sherry at the hearing, and the first voice you're gonna hear is Democratic State Representative Beth Liston, who's also a physician. The second one is Dr. Shiny Penny.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the information that I think had been discussed on your podcast related to EMF frequencies.
That was a thought.
And
it was, because right now we're all kind of hypothesizing. I mean, what is it that's actually being transmitted that's causing all of these things? Is it a combination of the protein, which now we're finding has a metal attached to it? I'm sure you've seen the pictures all over the internet of people who've had these shots and now they're magnetized. They can put a key on their forehead, it sticks. They can put spoons and forks all over them and they can stick. Because now we think that there's a metal piece to that. There's been people who've long suspected that there was some sort of an interface, yet to be defined, an interface between what's being injected in these shots and all of the 5G towers. Not proven yet, but we're trying to figure out what is it that's being transmitted to these unvaccinated people.
Okay.
So everyone's Magno.
Yeah, well, if you're wondering why Magneto trended yesterday,
If there is
because of that lady.
Any other product in any other industry that has killed more than 5,000 people, stated in the.
Here, I got it.
Thank you. Yeah, Magneto.
I'm trying to stick all the metal things in my desk to my skin, and I'm not. I didn't get it.
Look, I got to be honest with you. This is great news for Wes and I, who could really use this skill for metal detecting. Like,
well, yeah, but I'm saying test it on yourself. I don't think we got.
Well, maybe it's coming. Will maybe it's coming. I embrace the magnetism. I don't know. Magneto was like a very overpowered character. If you've ever followed the X-Men, he can take on like the entire X-Men.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah. So I don't know what the problem is here.
Yeah, you can also magnetize pennies, which I didn't think were magnetic, but apparently they are, because that's a lot of the evidence that have been popping up on the internet. It's people sticking a penny to themselves, and it just.
You know what?
We should do a spoof where like some guy like grows claws, just like the entire X-Men team eventually is formed because of the vaccine.
You know what?
This can control the weather. I'll call you Storm.
That would be good. This is the people burning the snow. The second time. This is the new version. This is the new version of people burning snow.
Well, I totally agree with you, Will. And Tenpenny, you got to give her credit. She's a hell of an arguer. This next clip to your guys is Tenpenny making up a fact about how many people died from receiving the vaccine, then her immediately undermining her own assertion of that fact. It's debate 101. So here we go.
Some of the information that I think had been discussed.
Sorry, wrong one. Here we go. This is the one I want.
Thinking if you can think of any other product in any other industry that has killed more than 5,000 people stated in the VAERS database, and even if only half of those are true, 2,500 deaths in 6 months of use, and it's still full court press, full steam ahead. So it makes one have to wonder why. Why are we still doing this? Why are we putting people into nursing?
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty good.
So she claimed the vaccines have killed 5,000 people.
Well, yeah, she goes, if the vaccines killed 5,000 people, and even if half of that's true, so let's say it's killed 2,500 people.
Wait, what? Where's the report from?
Well,
I don't even
if half of it's true, let's be conservative here and say half of it's true.
Where is it originally from at all?
It's I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. But
it's finally, like the dark web.
This is the best part about it. Enter registered nurse Joanna Overholt from Strongsville, Ohio. And on top of being someone who's responsible for administering exact doses of potentially dangerous drugs to patients every day, Joanna is also an anti-vaxxer and dabbles a little bit in physics, or at least she did at the lunch break that they took. Because they took a little lunch break, and Joanne had some time to think about Dr. Tenpenny's theories, and she came with a vengeance, really shook things up, guys.
Yes, vaccines do harm people. By the way, so I just found out something when I was on lunch, and I wanted to show it to you. We were talking about Dr. Tenpenny's testimony about magnetic vaccine crystals. So this is what I found out. So I have a key and a bobby pin here. Explain to me why the key sticks to me. It sticks to my neck too.
Sticks to my neck too.
Yeah, for you viewers listening at home, it does not stick.
Doesn't stick to the neck at all.
Explain this. That would be great.
She's like, please stick, please stick.
Yeah.
God damn it, stick.
Any questions?
Yeah. Any questions? Yeah, why didn't it stick?
Fucking best, dude.
It fell off like 6 times.
Any questions? Mic drop. She just runs out of the courtroom.
Right. Again, not making the strongest case, supporting a bill that gives all Ohioans free choice, no matter how dangerous they might be.
With that lady with the key thing on her neck. Do you think it was immediate when she was like running out of the room right there? She like knew, she was like, well, I hope nobody posts that because that's going to go super viral.
I don't think that these people are will. But I also
had to have known when you go up to do a presentation and you're like, look at this, stick to something. And then it doesn't
also, were they never children? Were they never kids that were like, oh man, if I put something on my head because I'm a little sweaty and friction, it'll stay there for a second. Like, did she ever do that?
Did you see the rivet in her neck? She could have fit like 3 keys in there.
Right. Sideways.
Again, guys, they could have just argued that it's their constitutional right to have free choice, but instead they got in the fucking weeds with all this.
I like the guy who was watching her was just like dismissing her the whole time, shaking his head.
Stop being such fucking pussies and embrace the mutant powers to begin with. What are you fucking complaining about, you psychos?
Right. I mean,
you lunatics, you got magnetism. That's incredible. Are you going to complain if we can fly from this thing? You assholes, you weirdos.
It doesn't bother me if people don't want to get the vaccine or do want to get the vaccine, but I think
whatever the fuck you want. Who cares?
Like it's just funny to see people like who've already made their decision working so hard to help other people make their decision. Like, yeah, I don't like at this point, like if you haven't gotten it yet, what is anybody going to say to change your mind at this point? And the other way around, like everybody's already set in their ways.
You're probably closer to Team Tenpenny than not if you haven't gotten it already, right?
Right. It's going to take a lottery, Will. That's what it's going to take. A lottery, a gun giveaway.
Well, guys, according to Tenpenny, that's phase 3 of a 5-phase plan that ends with the government knocking on your door and forcing you to take it.
Okay.
Well, we'll see when that happens. Today. Right. Okay.
It was intense.
Just like the guns they're going to take away.
But okay, guys, this was the 3rd hearing and a 5-hour hearing, and you might be sitting there thinking, like, why the fuck would they let this happen? Well, Tenpenny, guys, she was not going to get to speak. Republican Scott Lips, who's the chairman,
Scott Lips, huh?
Committee chairman, was essentially like a little skeptical about Tenpenny because everyone knows she's a fucking nut job. But Republican Jennifer Gross, who's the primary sponsor of the bill, insisted that Tenpenny be heard because she was like, they got to hear what this lady has to say. So Jennifer Gross must have been stoked when her colleague and physician Beth Liston, who was the woman at the beginning of the first clip, who has a PhD in public health and is also a medical doctor, questioned Dr. Tenpenny in depth about her takes until she heard Beth Liston say this. Why Beth Liston played along. She goes, the only benefit of this testimony is that it exposes who exactly supports HB 248, individuals with absurd, uninformed, and dangerous beliefs. So it was a backfire situation. She was essentially putting them out there to hang themselves.
Because they were all so in favor of the bill, and then they just paraded around like morons.
Yeah. So
yeah,
a lot of fun.
Good strategy by the person who put him out there to hang themselves.
Yeah. Key lady didn't do many favors.
No, she didn't practice that enough in the lunch break.
She didn't.
I just learned this at lunch
next once, and she was like, "All right, we're good to go."
You're gonna be pretty upset if Key lady is messing with your IV the next day at the hospital, right?
Oh, she's gonna lose her job.
She's gonna be so mad. She's gonna be. She's on tilt. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Key lady, her whole month is ruined. This thing went so viral. Everybody was talking about Key lady on Wednesday. It was just. Every text thread, there's the Key lady video is coming.
If you think the vaccine's gonna harm you, then just don't take it. I mean, what do you want? Like at this,
Key lady is the real victim here, though, because Dr. Tenpenny knows that she's a flim flam lady, and Key lady just got caught up in all the excitement.
Yeah,
thought she could, defy.
I think the people that aren't taking the vaccine are the people that were the ones that wouldn't jump off the rock cliff. I'm going to do it. No. And then they check it out. That's my opinion. But
well, I mean, everybody's got their
leap of faith.
It's a large swath of society, Mark. I mean, it's like,
I know it is. It's like 30%,
40% of people.
Hey, good for them. I'm not fucking parading around town making people take the fucking vaccine. I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Your choice is your choice, but having a leader stand up and talk about how, the vaccine is interfacing with 5G technology is next level dumbassery.
Well, 5G now 5G has really been used to the conspiracy theorists' advantage over the last couple of years. The installation of 5G towers was allegedly what was spreading it in England. And now they're saying
they were burning the towers to the ground in England.
Yeah. Just wait, because they just passed that bill that's investing like billions and billions of dollars into U.S. infrastructure to develop 5G.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So then people are gonna be thinking that the nanobots in your body will be activated by the 5G towers. So,
I mean, there are real problems going on, like the billionaires not paying taxes and stuff like that.
That's true. But when the
actual stuff that you could worry about,
when the government does stuff like like tell you Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in front of your face, then you believe anything.
But that's the great part. Well, the bill isn't. It's not happening. It's a preemptive bill. Anyway,
I'm just saying conspiracies.
It's already happening in New York, so like these passports. Yeah. It's New
York City.
It's creeping there, that's for sure. So I got one more. Do you guys want to do it, or wait? We're already at an hour.
I'm gonna treat myself. Do you want me to treat?
Yeah, treat it.
I'm gonna treat myself.
Treat us, Wes.
All right, here's a treat. Guys, when life hands you lemons, you got to make lemonade, and it's not just humans who can turn a shitty situation into something even better than before. In fact, animals might even be better than than we are. Like one dog from Idaho, a border collie named Tilly, who was thrown from his owner's car during an accident this past Sunday. And he really turned lemons into lemonade. Here's the local news story.
Well, Tilly, named after the former Gonzaga basketball player Killian Tilly, is a 2-year-old border collie mix who was ejected from a car during a crash on Sunday. His owners thought, well, they'd never see him again. But today, Tilly was reunited with his family, Linda and Mike Oswald.
Every night when I'd come home, I'd go, we're never seeing him again. We're just never seeing him, he's long gone.
It all started on Sunday when Mike and Linda were on their way to Everett, Washington with Tilly in the back seat.
Man, it just came out of nowhere. Mike yelled and then the car hit.
And that's when Tilly took off running. Tilly was gone for 2 days, and despite flyers posted all over, including one on the KHQ Facebook page, no luck. And then on the North Idaho news page, this from Travis Potter.
My grandma, she actually lives in Southern California, and she found the post, and she sent that to me. And I told her, yeah, we'll keep our eye out for him. And, well, this morning, I was just doing some chores around the farm, and my brother calls me, and he's like, hey, there's this dog over here in the sheep chute.
The sheep were getting scared. Like, he's running out here. Our dogs were all, freaking out.
Potter did keep his eye out and soon discovered Tilly on the ranch doing something rooted deeply in his DNA. Tilly, a border collie mix, was herding sheep.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
There you go.
He just had a better life. He escaped domestication and just started to herd.
Are they going to let him stay on the farm?
No, they took him back to live with those two old idiots.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Tilly's going to run away again.
Poor Tilly.
Yeah.
How bitter was the news station that didn't help find Tilly? They were like, we posted it on our Facebook, but it didn't work out. The North Idaho Facebook.
Yeah, some old woman contacted her grandson.
We can only hope Tilly outlasts those two old bats, and then they put Tilly on the farm.
Yeah, Tilly should go back to the farm. But I was thinking, they just think it's just fucking, time of his life. But it reminded me of the time at Mark's bachelor party in New Orleans. We all had gone to a strip club, and then everyone just kind of separated. Well, everyone eventually came home except for Will, who at the time was wearing a costume, a lion, I believe. We were all in some kind of animal costume for a night, and we lost Will.
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween. Was it Halloween? Yeah. Okay. Well, it was Halloween. I thought it was just something we were doing.
Himself here.
I thought it was just something. Yeah.
So it was Halloween. Yeah.
We thought he was
just dressed up.
Yeah. Like, what did I just rock a lion costume for no fucking reason?
I thought it was for no fucking reason.
Oh my God. No, it was Halloween night.
Okay. So yeah, we were all wearing costumes. Anyway, we thought Will was arrested.
The lion's going to the strip club.
I swear it was something else. Anyway, we went back to the strip club because we thought Will was arrested. We were looking everywhere for him, wandered around Bourbon Street. Finally, Will comes in the door like 3 hours later, just happy as a clam because he had just spent God knows how much money in like 3 hours in the VIP room at the strip club, not lost or arrested, just arrested it by pleasure. And we were mad and thought he came in the door all happy, and we were like parents that were just happy that like their kids are alive, and like he was like apologizing.
He was like, oh.
I spent a little bit of money that night. I put the Wario hat on because the girls were dressed up in Mario and Luigi. It was two girls who were dressed up. I'm a Nintendo fan at heart, and
cut it off there, bud.
I'm a Nintendo fan. He wanted to treat himself.
Couldn't pass it up.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta.
We went
have
on
a little treat for me.
We went on the search party because we did think he was going to get arrested, and I remember I sent one of our other friends into the strip club to look for him, and he just ended up just staying in the strip club.
he got caught.
You can't send people back in the strip club.
Once you get up in that VIP area, they really keep you up there.
You gotta tie a rope around their waist if you send them back in.
Yeah.
Now we're missing two guys.
It's like going into the Upside Down in Stranger Things. Yeah, you're not coming out. Not on Halloween night.
Just go check for a lion. He's like, what's he dressed as? I was like, he's a lion. Go ask him if there's a big lion in there.
Yeah, the guy's like, what was I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, it got convoluted quick.
Yeah, well,
fun night.
That was a great trip. Really quick though, before we hang up, the Islanders are up 4-1 on the Bruins.
Is that the end of the series? Are they up?
Yeah, that would be the end.
Would be the end of the series.
Buddies!
Big night for Borelli.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stu Feiner was right. He called it like when the Islanders were down. He was like, "You guys are better, but we're gonna fucking steal the series from you." And they sure look like they sure did.
How about it?
All right, well, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Eating Dips on YouTube, go check that out. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, help build our socials. It really helps us out. Leave a 5-star review, leave a voicemail, 512-270-1480. We will get to those on tomorrow's show, so you still got some time to leave one for us if you want to get in. FatBoySummer merch, hardfactor.com. We love you guys. Have a great fucking day.
Caliper CBD powder is the only clinically proven fast-acting CBD. When we first got the powder for the drinks and the food, I thought there couldn't possibly be any better CBD product in the world. And then Caliper sent me their Swift Sticks, flavored packets that go straight onto the tongue.
Let me see you put that on your tongue, Will. Let me see that.
And Mark is making the drink as well.
Look how much I stirred it. 2 seconds.
So fast. Immediately ready. Let's go. Here we go. Cheers. No matter how you like to take Caliper CBD, you're going to love it. Caliper delivers 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes versus CBD oil. Always THC free. Feel better without the high. No weird taste. No oily residue. Mixes easily into any food or drink. All natural, vegan, non-GMO, free of fillers, added chemicals, or artificial flavors. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's trycaliper.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order.